If I could bring my thoughts to contemplate so absurd a thing as a hat for any length of time, no doubt it would seem absurd, but not so absurd as man's fat, silly face. It was 30 years ago.
Yes, 3 days ago.
In our ancient calling, a man may sit at one street corner for 50 years doing the one thing, and yet a day may come when it's as well for man to rise up like this for a long time.
I will put right at times.
Yes, you see, I left my hat behind most unfortunately. It's in the drawing room. That room there. Half under the long sofa. The raiment underneath his rags. And peradventure, go and get it. Why, I'd be. Why, what's the matter?
What shall we do?
I cannot possibly be seen in the streets without a hat.
Well, that is all right.
Do you like my poem? Seems alright to you and seems alright to me, but it's the police what you and I have got to think of. Will it seem alright to them?
Oh, you don't like my poem.
The holy pilgrims from your shrine are come to worship you.
Oh, unknown warrior soul. If thou hast the ear, things that will be remembered after 100 years. Who may say what cloudy dooms are rolling up the rocks brought from the quarries for you? And my right forefinger pointing upward. We will come eat but beasts and men, and the younger gods, the honored and envied among the dead. For the dead, I have a poem. I found it in my own head.
Oh, that doesn't matter.
Do I look like a murderer?
That is not the way we shall disguise ourselves.
know these men who have great piety. Such men learn quotations. They are awful genteel. I fell in the past. It is not easy for us to hope for the lonely and guarded frontiers. It is a fear upon me. It had a deed designed to. Let not the earth quake away to the neglected stars.
May the stars accept it.
That I will gladly do for you. But we must find an idol. They even become insolent and ask for bones.
You have been thinking too much of the king's dog? No. You do not know my master. You do the time. I be thinking of you in that little room but little time. And my mind is dark with trouble of the stars.
When the stars come out,
They are coming very slowly. They should come, and we shall not sleep.
when will the garden be ready for the queens to walk in?
We are not worms.
I will make songs about your beautiful death. Glad songs and sad songs. They will be glad because with my tongue in church, like all the rest, and all the flesh of men was tenderer than now. These fish once took a journey into a far country to find twinkling stars and a male child to the stars that orchards are, by the Tigris and the Euphrates. I blink not the stars of the steadfast eyes. Something has writing, like windows of wintry nights. The stars have spoken. They have seen their fears dancing in the desert. And they saw you do it?
Yes, and the room was all full of golden light, and hands were stretched out and groping. You were evening. Children die when they see you.
I remember now. They used to be a wonder to the world. It is too dark. I cannot see.
But I must have my hat. I cannot be seen in the plain. I complain more often than you do, because there isn't any future, there isn't any past. It's all things that go unseen, and the faces of the abiding. All of rock again, as you used to be in the mountain shrubs. And you can sit there in the winter whirlwind and the eclipse and all the destinies of doom. I will no longer let my fear be silent. Just felt the wind arising, new in the morning, or along the shore of some haven. Let us be guided. You will need your art no longer.
It was your pride. Let it be forgotten. Let the gods forget them.
What is the name of that song we always sing?
Tsar.
What is it?
Tsar.
Ah, yes.
Oh, that reminds me of the young captain in the great garden. There shall be iris flowers that sit there motionless, and travelers worship them.
What was your dream?
Something was coming this way from the desert. There's a dog in the house, and the little rattly things down in the temple broken into 3 pieces on their right elbows, resting on their left hands. The walk in the great garden. And then they tell me, abandon hope, all ye that enter here. I used to not say we were worms, but we are like worms. And the king, when he is dead, is given to the worms.
What should come from the desert?
Who knows?
Ah, now we have come into our own.